Howdy everyone, welcome to another Zombicide, Undead, or a live unboxing. This is for a special guest box designed by Paolo Parente. I hope I pronounced that right. So he's an artist. I don't know a lot about him, so I looked him up. He created the world of Dust, which I'm guessing is might be kind of another western-y type world. But he's done a bunch of other artists and stuff for various other things. He's done comic book covers and many other things. He's also done other Zombicide sets. So this is basically his interpretation. He drew all these different characters, and then they made figures out of them. I don't know how much say he had in their abilities or anything like that. So if you've seen some of the other, like, expansions and stretch goal videos, sometimes what they do is they'll have references to characters, so there's not usually a whole lot in the artist. They usually design their own characters. Although something like this, they might be based off something like a character in one of his other works, or he may have obviously referenced some character or a design in there, but typically they're just their own characters. Although, with that being said, the very first character we're going to look at is clearly based off of someone. So this is Lucian. So if you don't recognize who this is supposed to be, this is clearly supposed to be Snoop Dogg. The famous actor. I don't think he's really an actor. He's more just a rapper, but he's like personality, I guess would be a good way. But yeah, he's got like a gold vest. Gold chainmail vest is really cool, wearing his guns down in front of him. Alright, so he's a gunslinger, so he's going to get the taunt ability, which is really a fun one. It lets him spend a free action to, basically 2 zones away, you can call zombies towards you. They basically gain extra activation, and they do whatever they can to get towards you. They leave other survivors behind, they ignore them, they come after you. It's a good way to, like, pull people out of safety, or maybe pull them towards you so you can do some ranged attacks against them. He's got +1 action. He's got Explosive Expert in his orange and fanning 1 free reload. So the Explosive Expert, basically, if he uses dynamite, he rolls a 4 or higher. He gets to keep the dynamite. So again, this could be really useful as taunt. You could taunt guys away from your other survivors, then throw dynamite at them. And then, you know, if you roll really good, you keep that dynamite. So if you did take them all out, awesome. Now you get to use it again. Same thing if he has fanning reload on orange and red. So again, if he pulls guys away, he could use that to shoot multiple times with his free reload. You shoot once, reload, shoot again, reload, shoot a 3rd time. And then fanning does, you know, you get more dice. So you get a higher chance at succeeding, so you can hit more guys. Otherwise, he has Lucky, which lets him reroll dice, which can also be very helpful for both of those other 2 effects. Or Reaper Ranged. So what Reaper does is if he kills a guy using the ranged attacks, which is what he clearly wants to be doing, he gets to eliminate another zombie of the same type. So if he eliminates 1 walker, he gets to eliminate a free another walker. He eliminates a runner, gets a free runner. So again, this kind of works very well with some of these extra abilities. Alright, so that was Lucian. Then we have Madison, who's our brawler. Not used to seeing a woman dressed like that being referred to as a brawler. But she probably works in a tavern, and she's used to beating up drunks or people hitting on her. Definitely a cool design. Wish I had more characters with melee weapons. I mean, usually they either have a gun, either a pistol or a rifle. Very few characters have other things. Is sometimes they have like a sword, and then some of the Native American characters will have like maybe a tomahawk or an axe, but not a lot of them have just other weapons. Like even here, she's supposed to be a brawler, supposed to be melee, and they show her with a gun. But again, I don't know if this has to do with the fact that he drew this character, and then they went through and decided, you know, we have, you know, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the 9 characters are all gun character, so maybe they decided they needed another melee character. I'm not sure how they figured all that out. But she gets Sprint, which Sprint is going to give her extra movement. Use this skill during a turn. Spend 1 move action. They may move 2 or 3 zones instead of 1. But if you enter a zone with a zombie, it stops her. She can get closer or farther away. Gets her 1 action. For orange, she gets charge +1 to die roll or jump. Again, gives her some good. She can get a chance to move around a bunch. And then her red is 1 free combat action. Charge does 3 damage, or she has hit and run, which hit and run means if she eliminates a zombie, she can then move again and back out of the combat. So yeah, she just get right up, get a lot closer with the sprint ability. She can then use charge to get even closer to an action. If she's in her orange, she could either add 1 die to that charge, making it more powerful, or she could use jump to get around. Maybe she wants to get around 1 group of zombies and get to another group. And then if you get into red, you can either, again, if you really want to focus down, double down on that charge, you can make it do more damage. Or you can have the hit and run, so you can run, get close to guys, hit them, run out, use a sprint to move even farther away. Yeah, very interesting character. Not really expected for that type of person. Alright, from the box art, we have Leah, who's our other brawler. So she has a, looks like a Bowie knife. She's got like furs and stuff, so she's more like a trapper hunter character versus a, you know, townsfolk damsel. So she has +1 melee, +1 die to melee, +1 action. Orange gets her 1 free charge or charge reroll, so whichever you decide you want more. And then red, +1 die to combat, or +1 free combat action, or escalation melee. So escalation is as long as you perform the same attack repeatedly, you gain an extra die. So if she does 1 melee attack, and she has to roll 1 die for it, it's like a little knife. Then she does the second one with that same knife. Now she throws 2 dice. If she does a third attack, she gets 3 dice. As long as she keeps attacking with the same mode, melee, she could switch to different melee weapons, or use dual melee weapons, or however, as long as it stays melee. That could work really well. Get in there, reroll, smack people with your charge, and then do multiple slashes to them. Definitely cool there. Up next, we have Sable. Now, some people have said they thought this looked like maybe it was supposed to be based off of like the Foxy Brown character, which is Beyonce from Austin Powers Gold members. So it's a huge stretch because usually they only pull from Western, but it's very possible that he took this just based off Beyonce. He already did Snoop Dogg, so he might have taken more from other musicians as Beyonce. But I don't really have any for sure saying that. But definitely a cool figure. So she's another gunslinger. She gets combat reflexes, which let her, let's get that out of the way. I believe that lets her automatically shoot. Yep, so if a zombie spawns within line of sight, she gets a free attack. So that's really helpful. +1 action. Orange is you have 1 free ranged action, or +1 dice roll to her ranged attacks. And then if you get into red, her fanning, you can either get +1 to die roll, hit and run, or marksman. So they really like the hit and run in here. Marksman is a good ability for range because it says if you miss, you hit allies. So here with marksman, you don't have to worry about that. Also, at a ranged attack, you don't have to follow the targeting priority. So instead of having to hit a brute, abomination, then a walker, then a runner, you could choose to take out the runners first, or take out the walkers. Hey, you only roll 1 damage. You can take out a walker or a runner before you worry about taking out the abomination that's in the group. Yeah, so it's kind of a nice ability. And then plus, if you have things like fanning or extra, you can shoot right away. So as soon as something spawns, you can turn around and take out whatever it is. Alright, then we have Culson. So they're just giving some badass cowboy-looking characters. You know, more of that stereotypical big cloaks, big hats. So he has max range 1, so he automatically just to shoot farther than everybody. +1 action, his orange is +1 free fanging or fanging reaper. So this is if he's using the fanging ability, he gains reaper. So it says this skill can be used when assigning hits or resolving a ranged attack using the gunslinger class. Fanging. So while you're using fanging, one of these hits can freely eliminate an additional identical zombie in the same zone. Only a single additional zombie can be eliminated when using this skill, but you do gain the AP points for defeating it. So yeah, if you hit with the fanging, with the Reaper ability, you get 1 free, basically take out 1 free guy. Then he has, in red, 1 free ranged action, or fanging max 1 range, or marksman. So yeah, if you're having trouble hitting certain targets, marksman might not be bad, but also be kind of fun with him is you already have max 1 range. You could also add your fanging Reaper and max 1 range, so he might be shooting with a pistol at like 4 or 5 range, depending on what pistol he has, 3, 4 range. And then you can take out not only take out multiple guys, you get a free one out of it too, so that could definitely be cool. Or if you went for the free fanging, you can also do it once every turn for free and then use it a second time regular, so you get double. So definitely a neat build for a character. Then we have Mr. Gray. This guy is creepy. That's not Mr. Gray. That is Mr. Gray. So he looks kind of like a gentlemanly guy. Maybe he could have been with skull face. He could have possibly been like an Undertaker. Or something like that. But he gets the lucky action. Which can reroll dice. 1 action. His oranges roll a 6 to get +1 die for ranged attacks. Or he has Zombie Link. Zombie Link is a survivor takes an extra turn each time an extra activation action, not abomination card, is drawn for the zombie deck. They play before the extra activated zombies. If several survivors benefit from the skill, choose their turn order. So that means every time they roll an extra activation card, he gets to go first and gets to do something. So he can move, shoot stuff, take out some extra guys before more do stuff. So it's kind of cool. Then his red, he has 1 free ranged action or 1 die to roll for ranged, or roll 6 +1 damage. So if you get both of them roll 6s and you're doing range, you get 1 die and 1 damage. Or you could just add 1 extra dice to your range. Then if you roll that 6, you also get +1 to 1 of the die. Be very helpful. Definitely interesting. You have to decide if you want to use that zombie link or not. It's a rare ability. I think it's the only time I've seen it so far. Then we have Marcy, who is right there. No, that is not Marcy. That's Marcy. Alright. She's facing the other way, so they have her facing this way. Then we flip her over. There's her other side, holding a rifle and a pistol. She's a townsfolk. She gets 1 free search action. Definitely nice. +1 action, 1 free ranged action, or gunslinger. She can become a gunslinger and do the fanging abilities. Then red, she gets +1 die combat, +1 free move, or +1 free rifle action. Yes, it's kind of cool. So she can stand up on top and shoot with her rifle. Or she can get the gunslinger and do some other stuff. Definitely neat. Nothing super different on her, just kind of more of a solid character. Yeah, free movement, free rifle. She wants to just shoot ranged actions. Does extra lots of free stuff. Up next, we have another gunslinger. We have Zeb. Well, the cloak blowing like forward was really neat. He's got his hat down, so you can't really see. He's like the dark, mysterious guy. So he has damage, +1 damage when he uses a pistol, +1 action. His orange is +1 die ranged or +1 max range. So he gets, depending on how you want, which you need more. And then his red is 1 free ranged action, Reaper combat. So anytime he does a combat action, he gains the Reaper ability, which lets him take over other things, or he could sprint, which lets him move him around more. So this might be towards the end of the game. This is your last ability you get. Is you might have to decide, like, do I need to take out more guys quicker, or do I need to run away faster? So there could be some interesting things there. What's also sort of fun with all of these different characters is you could play this box as itself, because you can have up to 6 players. Normally, if you buy the expansion, you can actually have up to 12 characters, which would be crazy. But yeah, it'd be fun to sit there and see how all these guys just work together, rather than grabbing one and just adding them into the mix of the regular. So then we have Sheriff Hale, which is a gunslinger. I don't know why he's not a townsfolk, if he's the sheriff. I guess maybe, like, just gunslinger makes sense. So he's got escalation range, so as long as he keeps doing ranged attacks, he can get more powerful. Then he gets his 1 extra action. Orange, 1 free ranged action, and fanning, +1 roll to dice for ranged. So while he's fanning, he gets one dice roll if he's doing his ranged. And his red, 1 free combat action. Roll a 6, +1 die on his ranged attacks, or zombie link at the very end. So that's definitely cool as well. He can get some extra activations after he has his other abilities. Alright, so that's all we have for that. Those guys are pretty fun. So again, that was the Guest Stars pack. Now this was, I believe, Kickstarter exclusive. Doesn't, again, mean it might not show up on eBay or a secondhand market, or possibly through, like, sometimes CMON sells it to the store, or retailers that get it. So yeah, if you're looking for just some extra new characters, definitely a good set to pick up. Has some cool new abilities that aren't in the base game, like Zombie Link is not in the base box. Escalation, I might have appeared once, but it wasn't common. So you have a couple of those. But yes, definitely all very unique characters. Alright, so check out the rest of my Zombicide videos. See you guys later. Bye.